Okay, today we're going to talk about why is the house prices going up so much and why is there a housing shortage? So don't go away. That's what we're going to talk about next. Okay, so everywhere you turn, there's a housing shortage. There's a housing shortage. House prices are skyrocketing and so forth. Then there's going to be housing crash and everything else. Let's put all this in context. Okay, if houses are rallying so much, why? Okay, all we hear is supply, demand. Okay, everything is based on basically supply demand. I hate to say it that way, but it is what it is. So we know based on everything the news is saying and everything all the research has is there is an underbuilt of homes. There's not enough homes on the market. Okay, how can that be fixed? Well, it's not something that's going to happen like that. Okay, but there's more to this equation that I want to explain to everybody. Yes, there's a housing shortage. Let's figure out why. Okay, so the first thing you see on CNBC, and this is today, December home sales disappoint. Prices still up on low supply. Then the next thing is, and this is a different article, but it's the same woman doing this, is housing supply has actually worsened. Okay, so what in the world's going on? Well, you go over here and you're going to see that one of the most important reasons for the shortfall has been underbuilding by contractors. Okay, and everybody's in agreement with that. Okay, here's the home starts, and you can see back in 2005 we were peaked out at about 2 million homes a year, and then dropped all the way down to about 500,000. Now we're all the way back to 1.4, but we're still under the 8 ball on this thing. All right, so that is one piece of the equation. There is supply chain issues, there is labor shortages, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but there's more behind the scenes. Okay, let me explain to you how a lot of people are moving. We have millennials are now hitting the age that they can buy a house. Okay, we have a lot of people in the cities that are fleeing to the suburbs. Okay, we have a lot of people retiring, they're moving to another location. We had a lot of people renting, and the rent prices are going up 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% a year, and they're tired of their rent going up year after year after year. Okay, so that all plays in context, but there's some stuff that's behind the scenes that nobody really talks about. I do shows with people and I bring this up and everybody looks at me like a deer in the headlights. So I finally was able to find out or find somebody that agrees with me. Fewer existing homes on the market. Why is that? Well, another is because government mortgage forbearance policy and foreclosure moratoriums that keep homes that would otherwise enter the market off the market. Okay, so what are they saying there? Well, let's put all this in context. Back 2 years ago, the CARES Act was implemented, and they came out with an agreement saying if you have a mortgage now backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, you could forbear your payments up to 18 months. So over 7 million people jumped on board. What does that mean? Well, it means 7 million people didn't have to make a mortgage payment for almost 2 years. So let me give you the backdrop of that, okay? I'm in a mortgage. I'm struggling at the time. What would I usually do? Well, if I was really struggling and underwater, I would let the house go into foreclosure. But with today's prices skyrocketing, you don't really see much foreclosures going on at all. Also because of part of the CARES Act. I'm going to go over that here with you in a minute. But let's go back to the forbearance. I don't have to make a mortgage payment for almost 2 years. So what do? Would I put my house on the market and then once it sells, I got all this money, but now I have to find housing. So I have to buy or rent again in most cases. Okay, so why would I sell my house to then be back into a mortgage payment when I'm like, hey, I can go another year without a mortgage payment? So that's one of the things. Foreclosure moratoriums. If you can't foreclose on me, even though I'm not making a mortgage payment, why would I make a mortgage payment? Why would I move? Why would I sell my house? I'll wait until after all this subsides, and then I'll work with my bank to try to help sell my house or short sell it or whatever. Those are things in the background people don't get. Okay, so you have short supply. Okay, now the demand. You know, there's more millennials than there are baby boomers. There's more people turning 25 to 40 than there were people in the baby boomer era. They're now at that age where they can buy. And a lot of them are getting out of college. They got jobs. They're getting some monies. A lot of the mortgage programs today don't require that much of a down payment, so they can buy a house if they want to. All right. And in a lot of cases, it's a prudent investment because once you buy the house, you don't have to worry about your housing payments going up every year, year after year after year. Also, a lot of people just got sick of being in the cities, so they're fleeing other areas. So the demand is there, as we can see, because that's what's causing the skyrocketing prices. The supply is lacking. So how is there going to be a crash? I just hope things start subsiding. So guys, if you're waiting for the crash to hit, it ain't gonna hit. If you're waiting for mortgage rates to skyrocket to the point where you can't afford a house, houses, interest rates back 20, 30 years ago were 18%. People were still buying houses. You need a place to live, okay? And that's what a lot of people don't get. A house is not only an investment, it's a home for you to live. So I greatly appreciate you watching my videos. If you have other ideas what's causing the housing shortage or causing the house prices to go up so much, please let me know down the bottom of the descriptions. But if you're in the mortgage process right now and you're looking to buy a house, or you want to get pre-approved, or you're just like, hey Dan, I want an investment property, does it make sense for me to refinance? However, if you're in the mortgage process right now and you received a loan estimate from your mortgage lender, please email that to us. You're going to email it to lereview@therateupdate.com so we can review your mortgage quote. We're going to get you quotes over 130 lenders out there in the industry to make sure you guys are getting the best rate and the best fees in town. Plus, make sure you're in the right program. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the bell every time we post a video, you get an alert. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your watching. And please leave your ideas down below on why you think there's a housing shortage.